Hey, well, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word. As you can see with the backdrops that we have here now, we're getting into a new section in Exodus. We're starting chapter 25 today. And this section is actually going to be talking a lot about the tabernacle. One book that I'm going to be referring to a lot is a book by Ervin Hershberger, and it was actually referred by John Corson, Ken Graves. Ken Graves recommended this book, Seeing Christ in the Tabernacle. So I'm going to be referring to this book a lot. As we talk about the tabernacle, let me quote one thing from here, one line that he has here in this book. It says, God used two relatively short chapters, only Genesis 1 and 2, to record the creation of the universe. Okay, a huge deal, but he only did it in 2 chapters. But he used 50 chapters to explain the construction of the tabernacle, its features, its furniture, the services to be held there. So 2 chapters of Genesis only for creation, which is a huge ordeal. But God is taking 50 chapters here to explain about the tabernacle and everything that goes on with the tabernacle, all the stuff. There's 13 chapters in Exodus that we're covering right now, 18 chapters in Leviticus, and 13 chapters in Numbers, and 2 in Deuteronomy. Okay, so a lot of information is given about the tabernacle. So today, again, this book, it's Seeing Christ in the Tabernacle, and it's by Ervin Hershberger. So I'd encourage you to get that book there. Let's read today from Exodus 25. We're going to be reading the first 9 verses of Exodus 25. And it's entitled, Does Your Heart Prompt You to Give? All right. The Lord said to Moses, Tell the Israelites to bring me an offering. You are to receive the offering for me from everyone whose heart prompts them to give. Okay? That's a key thing right there. Okay? They're taking an offering. There's no pressure. But the offering is to make available to give everyone whose heart is prompted to them to give. Okay? So there's not pressure. There was an old movie, not Born to Run, The Cross and the Switchblade. The Cross and the Switchblade. David Wilkerson is doing this crusade, and he has this gang of bad guys taking the offering. And the offering is coming around, and they're taking the offering. And these guys are coming down through there, and someone puts some money in the offering. And they stand there and they wait for more money to be put in. They shake the thing a little bit, like they're putting pressure on. You got to give more than that. They were going to be stealing that money, but they didn't steal it. But today, when you in some offerings and places like that, the pressure is, oh yeah, you got to give this, and a lot of pressure is being put on it. God didn't put that pressure on it. He said, whoever wants to give, the opportunity is there as your heart so desires. So let me keep reading there. Verse 3, These are the offerings you are to receive from them. Gold, silver, and bronze, purple or blue and purple and scarlet yarn, fine linen, goat hair, ram skins dyed red, and another type of durable leather. Acacia wood, olive oil for the light, spices for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, and the onyx stones and other gems to be mounted on the ephod and the breastplate. Then have them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them. Make this tabernacle and all its furnishings exactly like the pattern I will show you. Okay, so next episodes here, we're going to get into that pattern of how this whole thing is to be made. But everything that is listed here is everything that's necessary to build the tabernacle and everything that goes with it. It's not just a little thing. It's a whole system of things, for the worship of God. And so all this stuff is donated. Moses wasn't to go out and purchase stuff. go back to Egypt and purchase these things. No, this was all donated stuff. Now you're asking yourself, where did the Israelites get this stuff to start off with? Well, a lot of the stuff came from Egypt. Egypt, if you remember, when they left Egypt, God said, and this is kind of a strange thing, he said, ask the Egyptians for things to borrow. It wasn't really borrowing, and technically it's all God, so the Egyptians had it, they were borrowing it from God, and now the Israelites have it, okay? And you might be thinking, oh, the Israelites stole from the Egyptians. No, they didn't steal from the Egyptians. They were just getting really their back wages. They'd been slaves for 400 years here. So these were really the wages. So when they left, they were to ask, hey, what do you have to give us? Okay, so you'd be walking down the road as you're leaving, and you'd see, Mr. Billy Bob the Egyptian standing beside the road, and you'd say, hey, what do you want to give us as we leave here? And I would ask that you give us your gold and your silver and some of these other things that are listed here. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, we'll give you that. Okay? The pressure was on for them to give because they wanted the Israelites gone. Okay? They'd been through those 10 plagues. They sure didn't want any more of plagues. So they were more than happy to give that stuff away. Like, please take this and go. So they were kind of plundering the Egyptians as they left and taking this stuff. And now this stuff is being used for the tabernacle here. I go back now to that verse 2, where it says, you are to receive this offering for me from everyone whose heart prompts them to give. Okay? Again, this whole thing, it wasn't a pressure thing. But it was just as your heart prompts you to give. And that's the way it should be today. As you come along and you see a need, then your heart prompts you to give. I was driving yesterday and I saw a guy and I thought, oh, my heart prompted to give to this guy. He wasn't a beggar beside the road or anything, but I knew his family was in need. And so I was prompted, my heart prompted me that I need to give to this person. So that should be the way it is in our lives, okay? As your heart prompts you to give, go ahead and give. And that's what was happening here. So that's a thing that can be applied to us today. So join us tomorrow as we continue our journey through Exodus, and as we are now transitioning in this chapter to look at the tabernacle, and you can see we got the displays up here, and we'll be talking a whole lot more about it and seeing how Jesus pertains to everything in that tabernacle. Thank you for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Exodus. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.